what would your top 2 priorities be for Annapolis next spring, and how would you go about achieving these?
Sure. Well, my first initiative is always going to be to keep college affordable. And this year we've been able to do that in a couple of ways. For those of you who don't know, College Park does not get its budget exclusively, but we get it with this university system of Maryland. So all the schools get it together. So this year we've been able to lobby with other schools in the system and have a rally and talk to legislators and tell them why it's so important to keep college affordable. We were able to turn out 150 out of the 200 students this year that attended the rally. That's a lot of representation from College Park. I think that that will allow us to continue to work with the other schools and be a much stronger advocate when we're working together with our fellow students. Another initiative that I think would be very important that I would like to see happen, although the legislature would have to vote on it to approve it, is the Fairness for All Marylanders Act. This year we took a stance on that, which basically gives protections for transgendered individuals in the state of Maryland. We took a stance on that this year, and I think that we should take a stance next year and make sure that all of our students are being protected, and also allowing it so we can be attracting the best and the brightest faculty and staff.
Okay. And Time Party, would you like to rebut?
Yeah, sure. I think it's a good initiative to be working with Annapolis with these issues, but I think it's really important to make sure that what we're lobbying is in the interest of every single student on this campus, because there's Republicans, there's Democrats on this campus, there's initiatives that we can be taking, but when we're spending our time in Annapolis, we want to make sure that we're doing exactly what the whole student body wants us to be doing and not just our own personal initiatives. So I think that it's really important to make sure that we're trying to represent the whole student body as a whole. So I think it's important to take that into account while we do this lobbying, instead of making sure that we're taking into account what the top priorities are in Annapolis.
Okay. And Go Party, would you like to use your special rebut? Okay. Now, Time Party, you have the same question again. So what would your top 2 priorities be for Annapolis next spring, and how would you go about achieving it?
Okay, so like I said a second ago, it's really important to make sure that when we're lobbying, we're doing whatever the students want us to be doing as a whole. So I think that one of the biggest things I would do is, one, on our campus, institute a polling system to make sure that students are prioritizing the issues, and a reliable polling system. So this doesn't mean that people are asking their friends, it means it's an online system with statistical significance, so that the results that we're getting, we're sure, are representative of all 25,000 students. Another thing is, I really like the rallies that we've had, and I think that we need to increase the turnout for these rallies. They've been good, but I think they can be better. And part of our platform is an online portal where we can advertise different events to students, and I think that this would be a perfect opportunity to make sure that more students are turning out to these events, because I think with a campus of 25,000 people, we can get a lot more students to be showing up to these events.
Yeah, first I would like to say that Mr. Robinson didn't answer the question at all, didn't tell us what he's going to be focusing on. Number 2, I think that a polling system is great, and that's why we implemented one this year. Making it online makes it so much more biased, because if we put it on our Facebook page, then only the people that are connected to our Facebook page are going to be the ones that look at it. Only the people that want to engage that way. When we walk up to random students in the way that we have been, we're getting a much more representative system in place. And also, there's precedence for many, many years for SJ to be taking stances on issues. This year, yes, we took stances on marriage equality, on protections for transgendered individuals, and I would say that many students would agree with us on those. In fact, more students here in this room, this is where the polling station was, voted for marriage equality than they did for Barack Obama. So that shows that students agreed with the decisions that we made.